You absolutely do not need to spend $100 or more on a single pair of golf pants just to get a logo on your waistband. It's one of the biggest money mistakes average golfers make every single season. Later, I'll show you the one thing most buyers never check, and it costs them every time.
Just look at this insane markup, $140 for premium pants versus $40 for a solid budget option. That gap is massive, and honestly, it's mostly just marketing hype. You're paying for a brand name, plain and simple, and it's costing you money you could be spending on your actual game.
This is exactly where most golfers waste money. You walk into a big box golf store, see that $90 price tag, and just blindly accept that golf is expensive. But you can walk into a Costco or hop online and find perfectly good options for a fraction of the cost. Think about it. You could use the $60 you saved on pants to buy a used wedge that actually saves you strokes out on the course.
Let's break down the budget options that actually deliver. Starting off with the Under Armour ISO Chill Stretch Pants. These are hugely popular right now for good reason. You get this cooling four-way stretch fabric and a really modern athletic fit. The whole trick here is timing your purchase. If you catch them on clearance, you can usually grab these in the $35 to $50 range. So here's the honest truth. Buy these if you play in warm climates and want that clean, athletic look. But we gotta talk about their real weakness, because nothing out there is perfect. This fabric is known to pill after a full season of heavy wear. If you're out there playing 4 times a week, they're gonna show their age pretty quickly.
Next up, we have the Amazon Essentials Classic Fit Stretch Golf Pant. A lot of guys completely ignore these because there's no fancy golf brand attached to them. And honestly, that's a huge mistake. For under $30, you're getting a solid poly spandex blend that delivers massive value. We're talking about functional pants that cost about the same as a couple dozen range balls.
This option is strictly for beginners and weekend players who want maximum value for their dollar. The honest weakness here is the fit and the overall feel. It's a very basic, traditional fit. It completely lacks a modern taper, and it doesn't have a premium hand feel at all. But for under $30, you're buying these for pure function on the course, not luxury.
Before you buy, you need to hear this next part. Do not buy any pants based on price alone without checking the fabric label first. You need to see an elastane or spandex blend in there. Those are the essential stretch fibers required for a functional golf swing. If you buy a 100% polyester pair with zero stretch, you'll be stiff and restricted all day long.
All right, now let's look at the perfect middle ground, the PGA Tour men's flat front golf pants. These sit comfortably right between $30 and $50, depending on when you catch a sale. But what really stands out here is their Flex Performance fabric. It genuinely feels noticeably more expensive than what you're actually paying at the register.
These are best for mid-handicappers wanting a polished look on a tight budget, but they definitely have a catch. The sizing runs extremely inconsistent between batches. A 34 waist in one color might fit completely differently in another color. Skip buying these blind online. You really need to try them on in-store first to avoid the headache of returns.
If you want a comfortable, lightweight, and traditional fit, check out the IZOD men's performance golf pants. These are fantastic for guys who refuse to squeeze into trendy, super slim cuts. They sit in that $30 to $45 range and give you plenty of room to breathe and move naturally through your swing.
The cheaper option is not always worse. Here is the catch. The IZOD pants are highly durable and hold up great round after round, but the fabric simply does not have a luxurious, premium feel. It feels, well, functional. Buy these if you prioritize a relaxed fit and long-term durability over premium textures.
Now for the surprise pick, Goodr golf pants. You probably know them for their sunglasses, right? Well, their pants are near premium quality. They run about $60 to $80, but their drape, their stretch, and how they move with you completely mimic pants that easily cost double that amount.
These are the best overall value if you want near premium quality. Buy them if you're willing to spend just a tiny bit more for a massive jump in feel. The weakness? They're really hard to find in-store, so you have to trust the online sizing. Plus, at $80, they sit at the absolute upper limit of a budget price point.
If you want the ultimate cheap online option, take a look at the TRUJUNG men's stretch golf pants. These give you a very modern, slim, athletic look. You get functional four-way stretch, and they only cost $25 to $35. They look incredibly sharp on the course for very little cash.
But let's drop the hammer and be totally honest about their real weakness. They have spotty quality control. You might get a perfect pair, or you might get one with weird stitching and inconsistent fabric weight. You absolutely must buy these from a seller with a rock-solid return policy. Don't get stuck with a bad batch.
Most buyers skip this and regret it later.
Let's run through a rapid-fire smart buyer checklist. First, check the fabric for stretch. Second, time your purchases around end-of-season clearance sales. Third, focus on fit over brand names. Fourth, track your price per wear. A $40 pant that lasts a whole season easily beats a $20 pant that rips in July. And fifth, always check that return policy when buying online.
Let's get real for a second here. Budget pants just aren't for everyone. Skip budget pants entirely if you're a highly competitive player who needs gear that performs at a higher level consistently. You should also avoid them if you need an ultra-premium feel against your skin, precise sizing right out of the box, or if you play in extreme heat and humidity where you absolutely need top-tier moisture management.
This next part changes the final answer completely. The ultimate value hack isn't buying budget brands at all, it's buying previous season premium styles on clearance. You can get Callaway, FootJoy, and Nike pants for the exact same price as budget pants just by buying last year's colors. You're getting the same high-end quality at a massively lower price.
So here's the final verdict. If you're an everyday weekend golfer, you are wasting money paying full retail for premium pants. Buy smart, check the fabric, and save your cash for better clubs. Which budget pick are you leaning toward wearing out to the course? Hit subscribe, drop your budget in the